Yo people, what is up? This is MalcolmXtreme, the content machine, coming at you with another reaction video. This time we're doing another Brandon Herrera video. The last video we did from Brandon Herrera was the AK-50 video, and that shit was actually pretty cool. The title of this video, the STG 44, the original assault rifle, is going to be showcasing what looked like a World War II weapon in the thumbnail. So let's get started with the video. I will be playing this video at 1.25 speed. The last video I did on the AK-50, people were saying that it was going too fast. So I'm gonna try to meet everybody in the middle. If you guys don't like the speed, address your concerns in the comment section, and I will change it. I will make all my reaction videos going forward for any type of video, normal speed. And like Joe Dirt said,
it's not what you like, it's the consumer.
Let's get started with the video.
The AK-47 and the M16 platform of rifles are two of the most iconic assault rifles of all time. But what do those two things have in common? They were both used to kill communists. On the AK-47 side, it was mostly used by communists to kill communists who...
Yeah, I was about to say.
That's neither here nor there. What else do they have in common?
The AK-47 was literally made by communists.
The gun would forever change warfare by really popularizing the idea of the modern assault rifle.
Make sure.
Or
okay.
storm rifle, if you will. Ladies and gentlemen, the Sturmgewehr, or the STG 44.
Sturmgewehr. I always got problem with foreign accents. I always try though. So this was did you say this was a German one or a Russian one? Semi-auto, very nice, very nice. Oh, and full auto, and very nice.
I call this one the journalist.
The journalist. Dude, that's the cameraman, bro. That's the cameraman. Not bad. Not bad.
Oh, I love the smell of Holland in the morning. Smells like Operation Market Garden. Ladies and mostly gentlemen.
Operation Market Garden.
The Sturmgewehr. Those who know will know, but for those who don't know, let me break it down to you. This is the grandfather of the modern assault rifle, and that is the case for a couple of ways. So first off, a little bit about the gun itself. This rifle was developed during the tail end of World War II by the legendary firearm designer Hugo Schmeisser, also the man who revolutionized warfare with the basic invention.
I think I heard of Hugo Schmeisser.
So after changing the
well, if I heard of him, it's probably going to be around guns.
With the STG-44. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Brandon, the last time you tried to talk about a German machine gun of World War II that was used by the Nazis, the leftists tried to cancel you. Well, Antonio Gonzalez.
Oh my God.
So yeah, leftists tried to cancel me. Yes, that is true. People tried to paint me as a neo-Nazi for thinking that German weapons of World War II were cool and wanting to talk about them, despite the fact that in that video, I specifically said I didn't like Nazis. But hey, don't let me ruin a good smear campaign with those pesky facts. But I'm here talking about it today because I think this is one of the most fascinating parts of the evolution of the modern combat firearm. And again, because I think history is cool, regardless of how pussies feel about it. The story of its adoption is actually one of the cooler ones. So
yo, Brandon don't give a fuck, bro.
STG-44. So you have to remember, in 1944, the average rifle being issued to an infantryman looked nothing like this. Looked a lot more like a bolt-action Mauser or Lee Enfields. America kind of
we did use a lot of rifles
because that was at the bare minimum semi-automatic. Of course, things like the MP40 and the Thompson were fully automatic, but those are submachine guns, so they're still shooting pistol calibers. There really wasn't much that bridged the gap between a submachine gun and a rifle caliber.
No, that's kind of crazy how we used to use submachine guns in wars like that.
And came out with the STG-44, which really perfectly
we still do, right?
A modern assault rifle in this, from the pistol grip to the ability to be select fire. So this goes from semi-automatic to fully automatic with the flip of a button. You have detachable magazines with an intermediate cartridge, a smaller rifle cartridge, not the crazy big, 30-06, 8mm Mauser like a lot of rifles used at the time. Something a little smaller, more compact, and more importantly, something easier to hold a lot of, and for the average infantry soldier to be able to carry a lot of. I mean, there's just so many design features of this that are ahead of its time, really. For
man, that gun
in 1944. So a lot of the people that were
that gun was made in what, the 40s,
really
like you said.
You know who didn't love it? Hitler. But no joke, Hitler apparently, as the story goes, really did not like the idea of the Sturmgewehr, or really anything that wasn't submachine guns. He was apparently infatuated with the idea of the
Yo, some of the stuff that the Germans were creating back then were absolutely crazy. Like I remember seeing this one documentary where they had like schematics of different inventions and stuff, and I was like, these guys are on some other shit, bro. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they were doing like some human experiments to make a super soldier, like in Captain America or some shit.
Submachine gun. It said we need more things like the MP40, which if you've ever shot one, dope. I understand what the hang up was. It's a pretty cool weapon. So apparently he wanted to shit can the STG to focus on more submachine guns, which, I mean, if you know anything about where the future of small arms went after that, you know that that was not a good idea. I know this may be shocking to some of you, but Hitler wasn't exactly right about a lot of things. But a lot of German leadership did see the potential in what this gun could become. So that's why they were a little sneaky on him. Moving forward, instead of calling it the STG-44, they manufactured the same gun while giving it a submachine gun designation, which is the MP44, which is why you hear those names used interchangeably.
Yo, even the Germans was like, this gun is too cool to pass up. We got to keep this around.
Wise to that too, and of course the rest is history. Not like it really mattered from that point on. By the time it was all decided, it really things weren't exactly.
Yeah, the Germans lost.
Details on that, a paper trail, and a lot of those things. But that is the story of the STG-44/MP44. It's also worth noting that this example of the STG-44 that we have here with us today is an original. It was rebuilt from a parts kit, but it is a re-weld from an original gun.
That's really cool.
A beautiful piece of history that I have the privilege to show you on the channel today. ADD break. Here I thought we'd try something a little different with our standard White Claw penetration.
Oh my God, is this a sponsorship?
Use our lovely volunteer right here, and we're gonna shoot.
I guess not. He's gonna shoot the shit.
Close enough. Getting banned from the carnival in 3, 2, 1.
Are you?
Well,
very nice. Very nice. No, not really.
Your next move. So got our claw here. And yeah, that's pretty.
Brandon Herrera doesn't look like the type to drink White Claw.
Penetrate a White Claw. Kind of saw that one coming. Even though I was in full auto with the fairly manageable cyclic rate of the STG-44, I was able to squeeze off exactly one round and do it accurately. Albeit that was at handgun distance, but you get the point. Now, I'm not sure if you've seen it yet, but we actually did.
Wait, I missed it.
AK-50, and I bet you probably want to.
How many rounds did the?
You actually can. From now until midnight on Tuesday,
did this gun hold?
A giveaway that one lucky donor to my congressional campaign is going to get a trip with you and +1 to come out to.
How many rounds does the STG hold? Is it 20, 30?
The AK-50. Not only that, but to sweeten the pot, you'll actually.
Oh my God!
If you want. Cameo in the next AK-50 video that we do from that point. So you get to be one of the first people to shoot the
Maybe I should sign up.
And you can be in one of our videos. Every increment of $5 is a new entry to win. Links to the campaign are down in the description and in the pinned comment. So on top of it, not only are you entering to win a trip to San Antonio, hang out with us, shoot the AK-50, maybe be in a video, but you're also helping unseat a gun control rhino. And really just sending a big middle finger to Washington, D.C. and all the establishments. Yeah. Which, I don't know.
Yeehaw! Yeehaw!
Deal to me. I'd take that deal. You take that deal?
Yeah.
So let's say your name.
Inglorious Bastards, man. That movie is awesome.
Hands on one of these. You better know how to use it. Well, the ergos, I mean, for a gun from 1944, actually pretty rad. Pretty close to modern. So let's start with our safety. This is my safety, sir. So here your selector position is in safe, as you cannot pull the trigger. And when you drop down to fire, obviously you can. Magazine release is this big old button here. The magazine is real stiff, but there you are. I'm gonna go ahead and show clear. No ammunition and gun. So one of the things that makes this an assault rifle, and yes, that is a real term. A lot of people want to say that, oh, assault rifle's not a real word. It's just a term that was made up by the left to try to push gun control.
Nah, it's a real term.
No, you're thinking of the term assault weapon. Assault weapon doesn't have a real definition. Assault rifle, very real thing. It's an intermediate cartridge rifle that has the ability to be select fire, meaning you can toggle it from semi to full.
Okay, well, I didn't know that. I didn't know that one.
This invented the word assault rifle. This was an assault rifle before assault rifles were cool. It's called a Sturmgewehr hipster. Anyhow, this is your fire selector. So this is what allows you to go from semi to full auto. So right here, we have it in semi. So when I reset this, it's in full auto.
Shit.
So right now it's full auto. Let's pop it into semi.
Everything Brandon Herrera has, I just want to hold. I want to hold those guns, bro.
Resets. Not another round is fired. I have to go off the trigger and then pull it again and fire another round. But when I push this through, then every time it fires, automatically fires another round. But speaking of intermediate cartridge, the ammo that we are using is 8mm Kurz, which is this bad boy right here. If this looks familiar, it should, because this looks exactly like 7.62 by 39, another intermediate cartridge. This, of course, being AK.
That's like the, okay, yeah. That's what I was about to say. That's like the AK rounds.
Or realistically, it's just 7.62 by 39 when it's cold outside. It's also pretty expensive, so we appreciate Denver Bullets for helping us out with some of this stuff. Also now, because you've been good little boys and girls, I'm gonna give you a little something extra.
Ooh.
This right here is an AK chambered in the same caliber as the STG-44, 8mm.
Nice.
Kurz. This is actually a project build from our head gunsmith, Zach. Just a Kyber pass
Hey, yeah.
build in 8mm Kurz. Apparently they do that over there, and I think actually, if I'm not mistaken, that's where this magazine is from. So he's done a lot
I
of
think
different
that's cool when
Kyber
people
pass whether it's just the mid-smash,
modify the
parts,
chambers
selector
to
under
take out the
fire, pump on the
rounds.
front end, even down to one of the rivets on the trigger guard is actually made of brass, which is just, it's a bunch of little cool details. The broken off gas tube lever, even down to the Circle 69.
That gun looks slick too. That's a slick looking gun as well.
Does it run? I don't know, Zach, let's check out your handiwork.
Let me see the target, man.
It do run. So it's kind of nice, you know, to see the grandkids paying homage to their ancestors, you know, considering this gun has direct lineage back to the STG 44. To have one that is chambered in the same caliber is, I don't know, I just think it's neat. That, and, you know, I'm somewhat of an AK guy myself, so figured it was worth bringing up. Now the million-dollar question. How does it work? Well, pop a squat, because I'm going to tell you.
Wonder how heavy
finding out
it
something
is.
Like this works is really interesting. And if you're also interested in gunsmithing and weapons technology, then I would recommend checking out sdi.edu using the links in the description and in the pinned comment. So first off, we have a very HK style disassembly here in the rear. Pop this pin out.
Yo, is he gonna disassemble the whole gun here?
Pull the stock off, right off.
Gonna do an in-depth
And then here we have our
gun breakdown.
coil spring. Big old spring here. Kind of like an AR buffer.
That is a big spring.
This swivels down like so. This all here is your fire control group, your trigger, your hammer, whole 9 yards. And then now we have this channel here that goes all the way through the rear. So we are going to pull out.
I want to see someone.
We're gonna
I want to see
our
someone print
bolt
a gun
here.
like that.
And here we have our tilting bolt and our long stroke gas piston. Long stroke gas piston being one of the only things this actually has in common with an AK, really, aside from the ergonomics. A lot of people like to think that the AK is just a carbon copy of the STG-44, but it's a pretty superficial way to look at it. Really, it's only if you're looking at pictures side by side and you're a Call of Duty kid, and you, you think because they look alike, they're the same thing. It's really not. There are similarities, and really the STG-44...
I'm bumping my head to the music in the background too while listening.
Operating system. As I've discussed before, the AK's actual operating system takes a lot more inspiration from the M1 Garand. I'm not going to tism-hole with that right now. If you'd like to see that video, it's over here. That's a photo of it. I don't know if it's clickable. I forget how YouTube works sometimes. I'm tired. It's been a long election cycle. Anyhow, the way that this locks up is that when this is in the gun, it locks on this surface down here by tilting down and locking right behind the mag well. So this tilts down like this, and then when the bolt carrier comes back, it picks it up and out of that groove.
Yo, man,
and
look,
the gun cycles.
yo, this is so in depth, bro. So detailed, like hooks in.
It picks up that bolt. This bolt is tilted down slightly to lock, and then when this
That's
picks it up,
cool.
it grabs it and pulls it out of that channel, and then when it goes back forward, it drops back down. And I just think that's pretty neat. Also, last little note here: this dust cover, very reminiscent of the AR-15. Again, little details like that. Very neat to see. You know, really in firearm design, there's something that I say a lot, and it's become a running joke in the shop. There's nothing new under the sun. There really is a million ways.
Yeah, there's
things that are
someone always
being done
reinventing the wheel.
throughout firearm history, developing different branches of the family trees of guns that exist. And it's just kind of neat to see all these little nuances in guns that came 80 years before. I think it's neat. And if you've watched this far, you do too. Because after all, it's our autism, and we get to choose the special interest.
You know, it's kind of like the way they modified and had different designs of firearms over the decades, over the centuries, really. It's kind of like how, like, people modify, like, chili... It's kind of stupid how they modify chili peppers. Like, some take hot peppers and hotter peppers, blend them together. That's what people are doing with firearms. They're just modifying it to just try to make the best one they can, really. Or the hottest firearm they can.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is the STG 44. It's a real fun video for me. I've been wanting to make this for a while, but you know, these guns can be a little finicky, so sorry it took so long, but I've been really wanting to do this video. I love this gun. I think it's so cool. It's just a neat video.
Cool gun.
Again, my passion for history and my passion for showing you guys firearm.
It's definitely slick.
And some of the etymology behind some of the more popular platforms today. It's also fun because it's a message directly to leftist media that I don't give a fuck what you think, and I'm going to continue to do the things that I enjoy doing. So,
hell yeah!
You can go fuck yourself. But on that note, if there are any other...
Yo, Brandon Herrera doesn't give a shit,
that maybe we
bro.
have our hands on, maybe we can get our hands on. We'll see. Go ahead and let me know down in the comments. I appreciate you for staying to the end, and as always, I will see you sexy YouTube mother lovers in the next video.
Oh, hell yeah! I'll be waiting for that AK-50 video, that new AK-50 video.
The show's over. Go home.
Alright, that's cool. Yo, guys, thanks for joining me, man. Brandon Herrera doesn't give a damn. about what the other side thinks, man. He's just making some dope ass firearm videos. Yeah, guys, let me know what you think about the STG 44. I wonder if they have this game in Tarkov. I don't think they should, because it's like the German weapon. But you know, Tarkov has American weapons, so I'm thinking maybe they'll add this in the future. Who knows? Who knows? And Brandon Herrera, good shit. If you guys want to see his video, link will be in my basement. Thanks for joining me. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the bell for more notifications from the content machine, MalcolmXtreme. Take it easy, people.